Hello there everybody and welcome back to episode 2 of my tutorial series for the cursed royal woodland biome in Against the Storm. In the previous episode we opened up 2 glades, successfully completed the petrified tree event, and we got 2 ghosts that we need to appeal with golden water, obviously. So we also had draft-wise a grill, a trapper's camp, and if I remember correctly, there was also a druid's hut, which I will be building up next. So, we start at the beginning of year 2 with almost no workers currently, which is totally fine, as we have everywhere people busy, and that petrified tree will give back 2 workers anytime soon, as we are done with that. Expansion-wise, well, I am holding myself back a little bit right now until those buildings are ready, simply out of one simple reason. I want to get this year the Blight Post infrastructure done, as we will receive in the clearance season of year 3 a little bit of a haunting of the first Blight Rod. And I like to be well prepared for that. I really dislike not having Blight Fire available for that. And we can resolve the Call to Arms quest with that at the same time. So I feel like we're killing several birds with one stone here. Lightpost should always be as central as possible in your city, and as close as possible to your hearths, or your ancient hearth, or as close as possible to the infested buildings is rather the right approach. I'm sorry. That is the... I mistook that for a second. Alright. So we go all 3 water swords now, and we're not really using them right now. That is one thing that's bothering me, and I want to change that ASAP. We sadly haven't had any jobs or orders for Rainpunk in this run, which is a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. We can't change that. Okay. Let's hope for those production buildings to be done fast. And there's the hearth level 2 done. Speaking about hearths, we should definitely aim for another one. And I think this is a really, really good spot over here. Let's start that as well. Logistically, the pleasant part about this area is that I don't really need another warehouse super badly, but if we are going to set up a mine over here, which we actually should in my humble opinion, then the small warehouse becomes mandatory, so let's do that. So I'm picking up one of my... Nah, I'm not going to pick up any of the woodcutters before that baddie here is done. So, yeah, it'll now take a while until we got our resources. I definitely want a second worker in here. And the grill is ready. So the grill is made for lizards, because the lizards, they are a vibin. Jokes aside, seriously, they love that building. They get extra resolve and extra productivity in here, so what's not to like about that? So we're going to stop the insect and vegetable consumption now. I mean, this sounds gross enough to say that in a video, but it is what it is. We have over here at the worm tongue nest, after all, a really big income source here, and the moss broccoli patches yield the same. And just like that, we got ourselves our first sophisticated meal together. Alright. I'm not expanding in any direction this year because there's just too many things to get done all at once, as you see there. So I'm daring to take a little bit more speed. Alright. Trading post being built. Very pleasant thing. I strongly doubt that we're going to have anything to offer there, but, well, we'll see about that. Realized that we have no makeshift post yet. Hello there, Farliff. Well, I do have a lot of wood, don't I? So, is there anything that I want to buy from Farlof, though? That is the big question. So, Farlof is a really excellent first trader to have, as he can provide for us the materials that we're lacking. So, we're going to buy ourselves a bit of building materials here. He doesn't have brick. Oh, he does. All right. Let's see. Well, I think we go for only half the amount. And maybe not the wood at all. Just like this. That's better. Okay. This is quite a lot of wood, but we're going to get it back to here easily. And it'll speed up my progress here by a lot. I might not get the planks in, but like I said, these are the easiest part to fetch here. Alright. Waiting for the clearance water to fill for one of them ghosts. I'm gonna start with this little guy here. Because this fella here will last to the next season. Alright. 44. Alright, after that cycle, we're ready. There we go. Oh, it's both requests. Now that sucks. So, well, that will just remain unfulfilled as attacking a trader is not on my agenda. I mean, we could, but the repercussions in terms of Queen's Impatience could easily just kill off our city here. I misread these, I'm very sorry. So, well, what a sad little misplay that was. Anyways. Jeez. So, we could take the attack on the caravan, but I don't want that. And this guy here, yeah. We won't be able to do that. Anyways. Since we don't have any amber currently in our possession whatsoever, this is not much of a big deal. The thing is, though, that I am now not needing these guys here anymore. And I'm very sorry for misreading that so much. Usually it is a either or thing, and I haven't played this biome since ages. Alright, we're opening up one other glade here, as expansion is now something that will help us. And we got plenty of workers left over here. So let's put them to work. And see where that'll lead us. Okay. Plant production is painstakingly slow here, but what gives? So, we can now employ people at the Blight Post. So, I'm gonna employ one of those lizards here. And we're going to start fetching that stuff. You can make it out of various fuel types. We're going to use timber here, as this is the resource that we got in rough amounts. I'm kind of sad about the fact that I need to kill a trader to stop this guy from doing what he's doing. But whatever. It just means that we're going to delay our amber machinery by a further 15 minutes, and that's gonna be that. Let's just hope we're not going to have any ancient tablets in our possession. There we go. So we got ourselves another nice, peaceful little place. So the good part about that is that we got now that much fertile soil that we can easily get ourselves an industry going out of that, which we will do. So let's see, how bad is it? It's pretty bad, isn't it? Yeah. Of course it is. So, we're going to go and see what we can do with that. This is almost enough. And we're going to stick with the Harpy Firekeeper as long as needed. Well, let's see. 4 people here, 4 people there. I like these rewards a little bit more. But on the other hand, 36 coal? Yeah, let's take that. So, generally, Resolve went now even lower because we amped up the hostility level by adding new people into the city. There goes. Problem resolved. Alright. Let's put one more woodcutter up here and carve out that mining area. I mean, currently we're running the lowest possible team, but it's always that time of the year where you can easily get yourself work done that you don't find time for, usually. Alrighty, so we need 2 houses here, and we're going to start out with a Harpy house. That guy really sucks. I guess it would have been a viable strategy, though, to attack the first trader here. But I'm just that much of a goody-two-shoes player that I really don't like doing it. So let's see if the Harpy house is actually kicking up the happiness high enough to get them there. But obviously, it's a very, very close call. I really don't want to lose the Harpies here, so I'm boosting them up now. But yeah, we can drop the boost. They're happy. That house kicked it up high enough, just like I was hoping. Okay, so racial housing goes all the way now. And let's see, we got not enough capacities to move people away from here, but that is okay. So we got 7 workers right now idling around. That bothers me. So let's put them to work, I thought, but yeah. I could put them into the Druid's hut, but as it stands right now, I don't want to process any of these goods, as they might be needed for other things. So, yeah. Ah, look at that. Our hostility is now low enough that we can at least re-employ a couple of woodcutters. It's at least something, I'd say. There we go. Here we see the power of racial housing in action. It is really that stupidly good. Okay. I wish I could get that done somehow, but, well, I highly doubt it. So, the last batch of Purging Fire is being made, and as you see here, we're now hitting the low fuel mark, and we ran out of stone to cut. Uncool. So we can get ourselves, let's see, a camp for this place going. Let's hope that we don't have a case of fire running out here. It'd be really a shaming. I don't think we will. So, storm's over. Let's see. Grain delivery line. Alright, that's a sweet one. Silent looting is also really good. So, well, let's give it a sec. Cash-wise, where are we at? We don't have a single cash, don't we? Ah, no, we have 2. So that would be a hostility reduction of 30. since we are opening quite a lot of glades here with the situation as it is, I do think that silent looting is just what we should be picking. As nice as grain delivery line might be, it is nothing that we really need in our current situation, as we are, at the end of the day, most likely capable of producing all the grains that we want. So, 2 dangerous glades in time. Ugh. Versus treatment fulfilled. Sheesh. This one is really nasty, as this is really hard for us to fulfill, so we rather look for a treatment way, rather than going the other way around. So, we're going to go for this one here. I really hope that we're going to get the opportunity to, but the rewards are excellent. Here, the rewards are only good if you are into cold production, but so far, we were not. So, no, that's not what we need. So, yeah, another round, no, not a single farming building in sight. The leather worker, though, is really good for our cause here, as is the weaver, sort of, but we're going to take the leather worker, as the leather worker's big benefit is that he can provide fabric and at the same time is a very, very proficient producer of what's it called again, containers. So I really, really like that. So let's do the clan quest, and I'd say we keep going with them lizard houses. I mean, we don't have any income of fabric right now, which is a shame, but, well, we do whatever we can. I want to cut open that mine area here, although it is really a shabby mining area there. Don't you dare to go out on me right now. Alright, so, dirty meat, and please a farm now. So, they come up with the forester's hut yet again. Okay. I mean, I ain't got a chance to craft tools yet. But, well... yeah, the game's asking me to pick it, so we're doing this. Whatever. I mean, this is, after all, even one of those games where I gotta say, we have a real chance of getting a, that whole treatment gameplay for realsies together. So yeah, the fire went out because the woodcutters are not woodcutting fast enough. Alright, I'll let them use sea marrow. As much as I dislike it, it is the only way how we can do it right now. We are currently wasting resources in a abhorrent way with the current workstation. Therefore, we have this, what we got here, the situation. Okay, I'm producing resin and crystallized dew, as I personally think we would be really not smart if we did that. And we're going to set up another warehouse back here. More farm fields here. And for the time being, we're going to use it like that. Yeah, once the warehouse is done, we can rotate it. There we go. So once that tree is gone, we're going to relocate our woodcutters so they can open up the area here, which is, as a nice side effect, also very close to the main warehouse. So let's send a harpy here. And let's see, what can we do next? We need happy harpies. And we need tons of lizard houses. Well, we're working on that already. This is hell of an odd game so far. As we are currently... Well, we're not bad. The situation ain't bad, but the situation ain't good either. It's really an odd situation to be in. That's the very least I can say. There we go. But we're getting there. What's still lacking is a real victory condition in sight. But, well, we're gonna be getting there, I guess. We always do at the end of the day. This stuff here might come in really, really handy. Okay. We probably better start working on the 3 packs. So, how are we going to pull this off? We got veg. We need, what? 5 of each. So, we're going to limit them to 6. Everywhere. So, we make these out of insect. And, yeah. Probably whatever we have at our hand. At the crude workstation, I don't want fabric to be produced anymore. And we obviously need to put a lizard on the leather worker. So Forester's hut goes here. Leather worker goes there. So we're going to allow this and put this on a limit of 30. And just like that. Alright. There is a lack of housing. So we're going to need another lizard house here. Okay, so we only got 1 constructor left, so things will take a time, but it is okay. So, additional Blight Rod cysts appeared, and as you see there, we now have exactly the kind of ammunition ready that we require for the job. So I'll leave it like that. This was, by the way, the reason why my timber was always low. One of the reasons, at least. And yeah, we're really doing well so far. Especially with the grill in full action right now. So, Zork, we can't do anything for you, Zork. We could attack you, but we don't want to. Problem if you go for that is that you don't receive any traders for a pretty lengthy period of time anymore. And I don't want that. Alright. We also don't have any income of fabric creating materials, which is really bad. Sadly, this guy doesn't have anything fabric related either. Ugh. It's really hurting me. But we can't change it, I guess. Alright, so let's keep the 3 packs quest running here and see what we can make out of that. We need to break free now out of this freeze. Big problem that there is right now is that my city is kind of frozen. We don't have enough... We don't have a industry in motion that does carry our city. Not at all. The stuff that we're planting here on the foresters' huts is debatable at best right now, as it doesn't provide me any benefits whatsoever. It's just, you know. Let's take the extra Liz. It's a good time. It's a good day to Liz around. And there we go. Need to deliver these fabrics ASAP, as they are the best bet for us. So let's see. Yeah. Where's the foragers camp at? Oh, well. They're almost done with that moss broccoli patch. But I'm going to send them over here afterwards. So this is going to be a pretty rough storm as we lack housing for a lot of dudes. But there's always some problems along the line. There we go. Biggest issue right now are these darn packs eating my entirety of materials. That's what threw back the production lines so heavily. So we need 2 more of these, don't we? Oh, no. That's a bad spot. Not right next to the mine. But I think the global happiness here in the city is high enough to get ourselves through this. So let's unemploy all the woodcutters and see where we're getting from there. So the harpies are going nuts, as are the lizards. Well, alright. So, following orders. This is no longer allowed, and we're giving back these materials to the stockpile. This should really release some of the juices here in the city. And same goes for the bricks. Let's take them out of this equation as well. And I do see a certain likelihood that things might come together here. So let's put these guys into the forester's hut here as well. And let's see. So construction material packs are done. Crop packs are done as well. So let's cross them off and give back all the material that they hogged up. And let's unemploy that one person here, as one is more than enough. And now you get to force your delivery. There we go. And now we're unemploying this person and forget about this place for the time being. Okay, so I'm not going to make the mistake of taking in the reward now, as this would be not draining the reputation, the impatience of the queen. Or not lowering it, however you want to call it. Alright. So we need to loot these pretties here. So we can either smash them open or send them back to the Citadel. Doesn't really matter. What does matter is that we do it soon, because that'll lower the hostility for the city. And that'll stop people from going crazy. Which will happen now. But it's not a big deal. What is a big deal, though, is that our woodcutters aren't woodcutting right now. So let's change that. They can do so, at least for the time being. And let's open up the next glade. Alright, I'm bouncing around the unhappiness in the city during the storm season to make sure that nobody leaves town due to the unhappiness problematic. So, there we go. Let's sell some of our goods. Heck no, I did a mistake. I used a provision pack. No. Well, alright. It doesn't matter that much. We're getting the Lizard Relatives quest done soon as well, which is pretty nice. But we need to keep that lumber going. Okay. So the city is in a pretty problematic situation right now. I mean, it ain't really much of a big deal, all in all, but we are also far from being well off. Like I mentioned several times, the biggest hurdle right now is the fact that we ain't got no victory strategy. There is no way of getting ourselves into winning this just easily. So that's what I'm really worried about. You see, we're now bouncing the hostility onto the Harpies yet again, so they don't have to suffer that much. And this way, all is fine. So I got 6 of these, so let's do that. Alright, Ghost has disappeared, so we can now start smashing those crates up that have money rewards. It's also one thing that we're going to do now. The ancient tablets inside there will help us tremendously in our course, and yeah, I really do hope that this will get me somewhere. So we're going to bounce it back one more time, so nobody goes insane. And let's see. So, Over-Diligent Woodworkers is an excellent one. Lost Supplies is also pretty nice, but we're going to go for the Over-Diligent Woodworkers, as this is always a nice side income, never hurts, doesn't take much of a big deal, and obviously the neighborhood one here is way to go for us. Easy to fulfill, and we can use it quite decently. Alright, that was a very nice reward. Fit very decently into our needs. And, oh, look at that. We can also get ourselves here the decorations down and increase the global happiness in the city one more time. Okay, my good friends, that is the end for today's episode. The real exciting part about that is we ain't got no clue how the whole situation will resolve for us here, victory-wise. It is a very, very weird situation. I now need either some place where to make tools at, or you know, a cornerstone that will guide me to victory, something. We currently have nothing. But I do know how this game works. Quite often, one draft does create an avalanche, and it's all about being prepared properly. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to prepare ourselves to win. So 3 more lizard houses are necessary for that one. And yeah, that's another small one. So as you see there, the biggest enemy in this biome is actually not finding enough dangerous glades. It's exactly the other way around than you might originally think. We're currently here opening up way too many other glades that I don't really want to have. Either way, thanks for watching you all. Drop me your comments down below, leave me a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and of course, check out the description box. There's plenty of links to go around there. And there's Discord, there's Twitch, where I stream on Fridays and Sundays in the Middle European time zone, and there's, of course, also Patreon, PayPal, or Buy Me a Coffee, and I'd be delighted if you'd give these a look, as these are the best preferred methods of supporting the channel. I also want to point quickly towards the YouTube membership system, which allows you to preview all the things that I do have scheduled for release, so you can get there a little bit earlier if you desire to. And yeah, Patreon, PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee. I don't know if I said it already. Maybe I did. I don't know. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for being around. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for watching these videos until the very end. See you there, and let's hope we can turn this somehow into a victory. Bye-bye.